You know those elaborate machines that make simple tasks like striking a match more complicated in an unnecessary but fun way? They're called Rube Goldberg machines, and Sniper Elite 4 is the shooter version of that.
Wait, what machine? One more time?
You know those elaborate machines that make simple tasks like striking a match more complicated in an unnecessary but fun way? They're called Rube Goldberg machines, and Sniper Elite 4 is the shooter version of that.
New t-shirts when Mr. Forsen.
In due time, sir. When I feel like it. Yes, good answer. I feel like
Rebellion's shooter is complex, and being patient can feel silly when running in and shooting often works just fine.
I have pain. I have a hard time
However, Sniper
thinking.
Elite 4 isn't just about killing Nazis, it's about dismantling them. Letting you play Puppet Master is by far
By
its
soon,
best trick.
I mean Blizzard soon.
Before you pull the trigger, you might need to
anything from
consider
1
holding
to
your
10
breath,
years.
the pull of gravity, and your rifle's muzzle velocity. And that's just for the standard difficulty. For authentic mode, you'll also deal with wind direction, ammo scarcity, and more. It sounds cumbersome, but it's fun to experiment and improve within those constraints. You have the tools to go full Dark Knight on these guys. Once you're comfortable, you can set up satisfying kills like dominoes. For example, after killing a Nazi officer, I set up a trap, moved his body into the open, and lured a guard to his death. Outsmarting the enemy AI in new and interesting ways didn't get old over 14 hours. There's a side effect to such a wealth of options though. The difference between
You're
difficulty
easily
modes is sharp,
entertained.
so your efforts to play smart can feel wasted unless you crank it up. On normal mode, if you blow your cover, you can just gun everyone down. And unless you're bent on playing like a masochist, many of Sniper Elite 4's options become a take it or leave it affair. The humdrum World War II story is spread across 8 huge campaign levels, and it packs in tons of variety, taking you to a remote island, a radar facility, and other locales. Though they were all over an hour long, they didn't drag on. Each one begins with a few primary objectives, Nazis to kill generally, and some secondary tasks like destroying a downed plane. Then it lets you put on your grown-up fatigues and go, leaving the minutia of how to get the job done up
Do
to
they
you.
have like
It prompts you to
wind,
try new things with mechanics that are
direction,
unique to each level.
and speed?
One map
and
has a
stuff?
massive railgun that fires at regular intervals,
game?
and you can sync your shots with it
Yeah.
to stay hidden. I spent most of my early time in each mission hiding in
I don't
foliage,
see it in the
tagging
UI
everything
ever,
of note
so-
with binoculars. It might sound menial, but it's actually fun when you know your prep work matters. And when you spend so much time just looking around, it's great to see new sights. It's a shame not as much variety was extended to your weapons themselves. With most firearms, the differences between them are too small to notice. Sniper Elite
Option.
4 has a handful of great ways to play alongside a friend, and it's just as flexible as when you're playing solo. Guns blazing works, but splitting up is much more interesting. If you're apart, you can take turns making noise and ping-ponging enemies back and forth. The lack of rules feels like a challenge to experiment. My favorite use of co-op in Sniper Elite 4 is Survival, which is a variant of Gears of War's Horde mode. Played with up to 4, enemies come at you in 12 waves, each more difficult. The action is faster
bit of
and more
Mortal
focused,
Kombat up in
but
this
it doesn't
bitch.
sacrifice the experimental nature. And if the enemy takes control of your supply station, the pace of the match dynamically changes from holdout defense to guerrilla warfare offense. Competitive multiplayer is more hit or miss, depending on the modes. Sniper Elite 4 works best when you're dealing with enemies of habit, which human players aren't. But the slower, longer range warfare mode is great because it's thrilling to know that even the slightest movement could tip off your location. Control mode is also a highlight because having a highly contested objective
Oh
area
my
keeps the
god,
action funneled
multiplayer must
fast.
be so cancer. Everyone's sitting with a sniper.
Lots of games claim to let you play how you want to play, but Sniper Elite 4's missions and mechanics actually deliver. Though it doesn't always reward your efforts, the way it encourages you to stay mindful, experiment, and improve is a refreshing vote of confidence. For more on Sniper Elite 4, keep it locked and loaded to IGN.
The effects look cool. Dev Dono? I don't think so. I don't think so. Too easy, pizza cake, James Coover. Doc Unbanned, check Twitter. Donut says, hey Mr. Force, I know you've seen all sports highlights, but this one is really short and amazing. I mentioned foam rollers yesterday. It's a long piece of foam that you roll on. They can benefit back pain. Yeah, right now I don't have back pain. It's just the left shoulder. It's like I can't ever have my arm in a comfortable position. I know now what a foam roller is. I just realized. Yes. It's the fucking... You can use them as floaties in the fucking water, right? In like the water park or whatever. The kids sit on these things. Aren't they don't they look like that? No? Foam rollers. Oh no, it's not those. Oh. I mean, they're kind of similar, so like the blue ones. Yeah, if they're longer. Yeah, I see. How does that happen after it comes to a stop?
In your life have you seen anything like that?
How far is that? Wind. Okay, so how long... Technically, how long is the ball allowed to stay there before it counts as a shot? 12 seconds. Or before it counts as like shot over. 7 seconds. Look at this distance. It's absolute madness. It's so crazy. What the fuck?
Here it comes. Oh my goodness.
Look. Look how it stops completely, right? I didn't know. It didn't stop completely. I'm pretty sure it stops completely. Look. It definitely stops, dude. This will make it obvious. There. And now, boom. Fucking magnets, dude. It's fucking Space Jam. Some Looney Tunes character. Under. Jacob, thank you for 3 years, man. Much love, Forsen and chat. Hope you and the visions of Nina are doing well, Forsen. They're doing great as long as I don't take my meds. Zachary, thank you for the 5 years, though. Boom, boomer. What a beautiful day to be a bi. That it is.